Alright gamers, next to me is my 6-gallon cube Betta fish tank. It's been set up for about a year. I've made some adjustments here and there. I'll throw some pictures up maybe if I can find some. But I think it's just time for a total rescape, restart. The tank, it's kind of fallen apart the last few months. Algae's growing, the plants aren't doing the best, the environment's just not as good as it could be. And instead of fighting everything, I think it's time for a good reset. I'll show you here. It's not the greatest right now. It's not the best looking Aquascape, but I think it's time we give this fella a brand new home. So the rescape of this tank is something I've been planning on doing for a while, and over here I've set up the floor plan, I guess, the dimensions of the tank to plan Hardscape, and I think I've landed on a design I want for the Hardscape. So now that it's been a while, enough talking and thinking about it, I went ahead and ordered some plants. These are from Boost Plant, I think it's called, online. I got some plants here. We'll go over them when we plant them. But yeah, so I think step one is to drain this tank and get him situated in a bucket, a temporary setup for us to get to work. Alright, we got him moved to the bucket, no problem. We put the heater in there and a fake plant to rest on if he needs. I don't expect this whole rescape to take super long, but if it does, I can throw in an air stone or filter in there for him if he needs, but I don't think this will take too long. Alright, now we have the tank. It is really dirty and gross, so I'm going to go ahead and clean out everything. Set aside any of the plants we want to save, and yeah, just get the tank cleaned up. Alright, the tank is all emptied and cleaned. Obviously, not as good as a brand new tank. You know, some of these corners are hard to get. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it compared to how it was before. And honestly, if you ever find yourself having to clean an aquarium, these magic erasers are the shit. These are like, come in a 12-pack for like 10 bucks from Walmart that I got them. And you get this wet, it did numbers to the green algae. And then for some of the white calcium bit, I might try to get that a bit better actually, but for the white stuff that's stuck at the top, like you can see this shrimp tank has it really bad. I really need to deal with that. Using some vinegar, just letting some vinegar soak, and then using a scraper did wonders for that. But yeah, oh, we got the aquarium all cleaned. Oh, also, get away from there, kitty. There was here are some of the plants that I salvaged that I think would be good to have. And you can't see him in there, he's under the plants, but there was a nerite snail that I forgot to mention that I have, and I was able to find him and put him in here with the fish. So the nerite snail and the betta fish are both in there now. Alright, we are now taking this party outside because I want to have a nice background on the tank, so I bought this Plasti-Dip. It's like a spray rubber plastic, and I've heard from a few people that it can make a decent background, so I'm going to spray the back. I've covered the sides with painter's tape just in case, and yeah, let's give that a go. Alright, I think the black Plasti-Dip worked pretty well. I mean, it's pretty black. Just to test, I put an aquarium light back there. I mean, you can kind of see some bright spots, but I mean, that's pretty good. It's also, like, there's never going to be light back here. It's like this aquarium, like, the angle you look at the aquarium and just, like, the fact that there's a wall right there with nothing else, it's not like it needs to be absolutely perfect, but I think that's pretty good. So this is kind of what I'm thinking for the Hardscape right now. Obviously, you'll notice there's no soil or substrate in there right now, so everything will end up going up, which would be an issue for the light. But I bought a new light. This is just here to light it up right now, but this is kind of what I'm thinking. And we're gonna have some stuff going on in the back there, and then sand up front. But yeah, I think something like this. So I think if I maybe refine it a tiny bit and then glue the Hardscape together, I think this will be a good system. Okay, that is the Hardscape in. I think next we will go ahead and pour in the sand. So I forgot to mention while making the video, but for the substrate, I'm using the Carib Sea Supernatural Sunset Gold sand. That's what we got up front here. And then in the back, I'm just using the like plain old fluval stratum aquasoil or whatever. Very common. I just had a bag laying around, so decided to use that. And then additionally up front here, I'm just kind of throwing some lava rock bits around. All right, check it out. I think the hardscape is done. We've got the sand up front, aquasoil in the back, the nice wood piece, rock there in the middle, some lava rock up front to kind of help with the transition. And the wooden rocks are acting as a pretty good barrier from the back to the front. So I think it's pretty good for hardscape. I think we can start planting. Okay, it is time to start planting. I've laid out all of our options here. From left to right, we've got Christmas moss, Monte Carlo, Anubias nana petite, Bucephalandra, Java fern trident, 2 crypt spiralis, 2 Anubias, I'm not sure what kind. And then this is kind of a mystery plant. I got this a long time ago before I cared about plants or knew what their names were or anything. So I'm not sure what this is, to be honest. So if you know, feel free to let me know. But yeah, that is what we're working with, and let's get started. So as far as planning went, my approach was pretty basic. We just went ahead and planted the Monte Carlo up front, as you can see now, to hopefully create a bit of a carpet near the edge of the sand and aqua soil border. And then moving on to the wood, I went ahead and planted the Anubias toward the bottom, and then towards the top we went with the Bucephalandra and then the moss to create a bit of a gradient of somewhat larger plants at the bottom to smaller plants up top, which I think creates a nice gradient of plant size. As you can see, putting the moss towards the top, Anubias towards the bottom, and Bucephalandra kind of in the middle and top. And then between the two bits of wood there, we ended up planting the Java fern behind them, which actually turned out really good. And then at the very back, we went ahead and planted the crypts, as those end up being pretty tall plants, all said and done. Okay, I think that's planning done for now. I think we're going to fill it up and then maybe make some adjustments. But yeah, looking pretty good. We got the Anubias kind of lower, and then the boost as you go up top, the Bucephalandra, and then in the back we got the crypt spiralis, the Java fern peeking back there. I think that's looking pretty good. Like I said, we'll have a different light on it, but yeah, there's a nice spot for the Betta to swim through there. So it's actually been a few weeks since that last clip. I forgot to film after setting it all up, but the tank is done. It's doing great. The fish is thriving. The snails are thriving. I got one more, so there's 2 nerite snails in there. But yeah, they're thriving. Let me just show you here. Like, it is looking good. I'm so happy with how it turned out. We are injecting CO2. It's a bit hard to see. I don't have it on very high right now, but we are injecting CO2. I got a 5-pound canister here used for both tanks. But yeah, the CO2, just using a hang-on back filter, not the best to use with CO2, but it's whatever. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how the tank turned out. Way better than what it used to be. The fish seems to love it. He's swimming around all the time. He's sleeping in between the 2 bits of wood there, which was kind of my goal, so I'm really happy he seems to appreciate it. But yeah, the snail's doing good, fish is doing good, everything's doing good. But yeah, overall, just really happy with how it turned out. Way better than it used to be. I'm not disappointed when I come out here and look at this tank anymore. It looks way better. But yeah, if you watched, I appreciate it. I hope to have more projects coming soon in the future. But yeah, this project was definitely a success, I'd say.